Let's see, and I think we are live. Let's see, are we there? Is it on the screen? Hey, it is on the screen. All right. What's going on, everybody? Nobody's in here yet.
That's because we're late.
Because we're late. We're late. We're late for a very important date.
Power outage.
We had a...
Yeah, right at 7:30.
Right at 7:30.
So.
Well, for those who might be watching the replay, welcome to this week's episode of Disney Talk Thursdays. I had to think about that for a second. We're going to have a good time. Everybody's watching. If you're watching on the replay, we're going to have good time tonight. A lot of fun. I was going to say good fun.
We can have good fun.
Good fun is good fun. And we are going to do our top 5 attractions or rides that we are most looking forward to that are coming up from Disney. Hey, Steve! Brian!
Hey, Brian. Yeah, we are late.
Yeah, we're late. We started to get ready, and then we had a kind of like a mini power outage. Bridget's in here.
Bridget.
Yeah, Burr is right. Bridget, got that right.
We had snow today, so it's unusual for us in November. Doesn't usually happen. So kind of a slushy, snowy, sleety mix today.
Hey, what's going on, Meg?
Hey, Meg.
How are you? Good to see you.
Sorry we're late.
Sorry we had to run. Well, not on purpose.
Yeah.
We had a
little heater plugged in and an overload, and everything went poof.
And it went.
And then we were like,
gone. And then it was gone.
We're like 7:30.
Yep. So we got everything up and running. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're just gonna do a kind of a.
Hey, John.
Hey, John's here. Phantom Gazer. What's going
Hey.
on? Everybody's in here. Yeah. Well, it was snowing, sleet, rain. We had a little bit of a mix of everything. It was meh.
Yeah, not
Melissa got to leave early, and I got to work from home, so that was nice.
Did too, really, but you know.
Yeah.
Rub it in, Brian.
No, and you know they actually did a song about that, Brian.
That's probably what he would say. You think?
Maybe, I don't know.
Brian's very witty.
He is very witty. Well, we are doing our top 5 attractions or rides that are upcoming from Disney that we are most excited about. Wow, you guys got 7 inches of snow coming? Oh my gosh, Meg.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Don't miss that.
And how it never rains there.
Ugh.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. Oh, you were quoting it. Okay. Brian was quoting it, for sure. But, yeah, lots of news coming out of Disney about some of the upcoming stuff that's coming. Of course, we all know that Mickey's Runaway Railway is coming next year. We know that now the gondolas are coming in fall of next year. And a lot of new information. So we thought we'd do a little fun thing tonight, talk about which ones we're most excited about, right?
Yeah.
And we're not doing separate lists. We did a list to combine.
Not really enough, and they'd probably be too much the same. Hey, Dreamers Empire.
Hey, Dean! What's going on, Dean? Good to see you, bud.
Oh, that's a big sway, Meg. From 1 inch to 7? Yeah, that's yuck.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Meg, everybody, for those that don't know, Meg had a great live stream on Monday night. Had a lot of fun with that. She had a great stream. And, of course, if you haven't checked out Meg's channel or Steve's channel or some of the other ones, be sure to do so. I hope you guys do that. They have great channels. They do a wonderful job. And, of course, like we said in the beginning, for those that don't know, we want to thank Dean and the Live Place for hosting the show like they always do. Great family-friendly streams out there. They do a wonderful job. Lots of great people. Meg's one of them who's out there. Be sure to check them out. They're wonderful. Live Place does a great job. Not all Disney. They have some other stuff too, which is really cool. And so definitely check out the Live Place. And thank you to everybody that's in here. Please give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. Please give us one of those likes if you could. Helps the stream out a lot. And
that was nice. John gave you a nice compliment about Tuesday.
Oh, thanks, Sean. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. You know, I love doing those kind of top 10s, top 20s, because they're not easy. I mean, especially all-time movies. And I know it was kind of a guy list, but it can be really hard. There's a lot of movies that I thought about later on the next day that I left off the list that could have easily made that list.
And I know you teased about having me do a list, but it would probably be really similar to Walt, believe it or not. I could think of a few I obviously would have that he didn't, but a lot of them would have been the same. So that would be very boring.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yep, I agree. I agree. But yeah, we're going to get started with our list of our...
Not again.
What's that?
Lord of the Rings. Here we go again.
No, I'm saving all my stuff for when we have our stream, Meg. We just got to find some other people to bring into the stream. I'd like to have like 4 or 5 people. So we'll have to find some really, really good Lord of the Rings fans. I don't know if Melissa's really... I'm trying to pull something up here. I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
Yeah, Dean, it was Lord of the Rings, Return of the King was Walt's number 1.
Yeah, that was my number 1.
My number 1 also, so.
Yeah, Return of the King was number 1 for me. And what was really great about that, before we go on the subject of this, was Return of the King is one of the only movies to sweep the Oscars. They went 11 for 11 in Oscars that year. It was unbelievable. Pretty cool. Meg, there probably won't be a lot of dead air for that stream, to be honest with you.
No.
No, not at all. No, it won't be, I'm sure. All right. Yes, Lord of the Rings is the best. I agree. But let's get started. So we're going to talk about, and I want to hear from you guys too. I want to hear some of the things that you're most looking forward to. And maybe one of the things that makes our list might not be on your list. Let us know if maybe you're not looking forward to it. But one of the first things that Melissa and I are looking forward to, and it's going to be the obvious one. We'll start with the first one. And of course, that's Galaxy's Edge.
More so for him. I mean, Walt's definitely the bigger Star Wars fan. I enjoy Star Wars, but I'm not like fanatic about it like he is. I mean, we still have toys from when he was a kid in our boxes in our basement.
Yeah,
like,
we
he's
do.
Got,
I
like,
still have that
Death
stuff.
Star and
Yep.
Whatever.
And the Ewok Village and a lot of the
even
old
though he
toys.
doesn't like Ewoks.
No, but I did have the village back then. Oh, it was really cool looking.
Santa brought it.
No, but here's why. Here's why Galaxy's Edge makes the list to me and for Melissa. I think not just because it's Star Wars, but no, for real. It's not just that. It's because of what they're doing with it.
That's why I'm looking for.
That's what I'm. Well, that's what it really is.
It
could have been any other, and I think I still would have been as excited.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that Star Wars kind of puts it over the top, but the whole immersiveness of what they expect to do with this, and how you're brought into the world, and you actually have an active role in the world. That's what I'm looking forward to more. Just to see how they're going to do it, how this is going to work. Because part of me is kind of pessimistic about it. I don't think that it can work, but we're going to find out. Let's see some of the comments.
Anything work. And Phantom Gazer, you hit the nail on the head. Amen to that. Just wanting Hollywood Studios to be a full-time park again because it's half a park now. So Toy Story helped.
Hey, Cargo.
It definitely. Hey, Cargo. Definitely will be nice. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, it's just everything about it. The whole immersiveness of it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Innovative or so. They're really going out on an edge with this. I mean, it's going to be groundbreaking. And I think that if it works, a lot of other people are going to do this for sure. Absolutely. What's so funny?
Meg drove me here.
Drove me here. Oh. So we have to pull your arm. We have to pull your arm and leg to get you to come out, Cargo. Thanks a lot.
Meg forced you.
And everybody's saying other stuff like the gondolas and Ratatouille, and we'll see what makes the list. And there's a lot of good stuff on there. But, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming. Tron, of course, is coming too, but we'll see what makes the list. Meg's Magical Express. Yeah. There you go, Meg. That's a good idea.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Come pick us up.
But what I really like so far, if you guys have ever looked at some of the construction of Galaxy's Edge, is just the sheer size of it. It's unbelievable how big Galaxy's Edge is. It's going to be amazing how, oh my gosh, you can almost get lost in it, don't you think?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It looks to be amazing, and it's coming along. And what's really neat is, I mean, I guess you could take this as either a pro or a con. You're going to be able to see a sneak peek of it because Disneyland's version is going to open like months ahead of Disney World's.
Right. Are they identical?
Yeah, they're pretty identical, okay. Yes.
I know, Cargo. We're just being silly, too. They're just having fun.
John says he's not keen on the size of the building. Which building, John? Which building are you talking about? The one for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Some of them are really big, and I think that's for the shows that are going to be, or the rides that are going to be in there, and that's probably why they're that size. But I'm excited about Galaxy's Edge for sure.
Look, Brian's doing the na-na-na-na-na-na.
Guardians Coaster. Guardians Coaster too, Bridget. That's a good one. We'll see if it makes our list. Meg, I get that. I totally get that. And you're right. The crowds are going to be astronomical to start. And that's why for us, we're not doing Galaxy's Edge when it first opens. As much as I'm excited for it, I agree. I think that the crowds are going to be so packed in there that it's going to take away from the experience a little bit. Yeah. That's another thing I'm interested about is how is Disney going to modify that? How are they going to control that? So I'm kind of excited to see how they do that as well.
Well, we'll have to do like we did when Pandora opened and schedule a trip right before
Maybe
and
we get
hope
a special
that they have
viewing.
another DVC preview event, because that's where we got really lucky with Pandora. Our first experience was like little to no crowd and a walk on to
right.
Oh my gosh,
Flight of Passage. Yep.
So
yeah,
if we could work that out, that'd be phenomenal.
Yep. John, I know what you're saying. You're talking about the size of the building for the Guardians of the Galaxy's roller coaster. Yeah, that's a big building. I don't know that it necessarily takes away from the Spaceship Earth ball. It doesn't really distract to me. I don't think. Do you?
Well, I hated Ellen too, John. I liked that ride.
I hated that ride. I hated that ride. I'm sorry. I did not like. I didn't like Universe of Energy
long,
to me.
But I liked it.
I took a nap when we took that ride.
Noah.
Noah's in here. Hey, Noah. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for the shout out today, by the way. Appreciate that. Let's see.
Oh, Toy Story Land in person's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It is very
Slinky.
awesome. Yeah, Melissa loved Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome night. That was a lot of fun.
Maybe I should. I love Slinky about as much as Splash Mountain. Meg, that's about right.
Megan, that's a good point. As much as I like Slinky Dog, now we did wait. My son and I, my youngest, waited 70 minutes to do Slinky Dog because I wanted him to experience it. And we didn't have a fast pass. But you're right. It's another one of those rides. I would probably have to fast pass it to do it. For sure.
You take a nap on Carousel Progress, Steve. I do at the Hall of Presidents.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ray J's in here.
Hey, Ray J.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you for saying hello.
Thanks for saying hello.
Have a good day.
I know you're getting ready to go to work, I'm for sure.
Yeah. I think Walt fell asleep on Ellen, too.
I did. I fell asleep on Ellen, too, John.
I think he did.
I did. I slept
because
I was in the back row, the very last row by myself.
It was long.
And it was hot, and I was tired, and it felt good because it was air conditioning, and it was really, really dark. I just laid down in the back and went to sleep.
I think I only did it the one time. I'm sure that was probably enough. If I wanted to go again, I didn't realize it was going to close when it did. I probably would have liked to have done it one last time.
Not me.
Yeah, Walt agrees, John. Way too long.
Yep. Megan, that is lucky to be able to do that. Only having to wait 45 minutes and then get a fast pass for later in the day for Slinky.
No fair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You don't get that too often. But that's our first one. Our first one was Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. No particular order, guys. We just kind of picked 5 for sure.
Oh, Cargo, I want one too. Make me one. She's making a cafe mocha.
Oh,
Can you
what is that? A drink?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
a coffee drink.
Oh, it's a coffee drink. I don't drink coffee, guys. For those that don't know, I don't drink coffee.
No, but you might as well have a Pepsi IV. Yeah, I bet, Meg. That's true.
That's a great present. I know. It certainly is. That is a great present.
Being in Disney on your birthday is the best.
I'll never be in Disney on my birthday, so...
Yeah, probably not.
No, probably not.
Unless we move down there.
Yeah, if that's the case, maybe.
Then you would.
Yeah, I'd make sure of it then, but if not...
Christmas week, pretty much. So right after Christmas.
Yeah, it's right after Christmas. It's that whole Christmas week right there. It's also my birthday week, but I won't be able to.
Dean, it's your birthday during a holiday too?
No, he just said me either.
Oh, me either. The coffee.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink coffee. You don't drink coffee, Meg? What do you drink? What's your drink of choice? We just have to get into
Melissa's is water.
Yeah. Coffee
and coffee.
Gross. But I drink water. As you can always see, I've always got my bottle of water.
Peer pressure moved down. I'm ready to go, Meg. I'm not the one you have to tell that to. That's Miss, I'm afraid of everything. I don't want to leave my kids. And I get that, to be honest with you.
Like he's making fun of me because I want to be a good mother.
Oh, that doesn't make you a bad mother. Well, Bridget's birthday is December 12th. How about that?
I love my crock pot, Brian. We have crock pot meals 2 to 3 times a week, so crock pot mac and cheese sounds good. You'll have to send me a recipe.
Meg doesn't drink alcohol either.
No, I don't either, really.
Well, I do. No, I'm just
kidding.
Don't.
I once in a blue moon, like if we're at an event and it's free. Yep. Otherwise, I don't really care.
I've actually never had alcohol in my life.
Walt's never had a sip of alcohol in his entire life. Believe it or not, folks. True fact.
Yep. Nothing at all. No champagne, no beer, no wine, nothing. Nope. So, but, it's fine for those. We're way off topic.
Yeah, but it's fun. We always get into food and drink, and now we're.
I know. I'm serious though. Where's Dan? I mean, where's Dan? That's usually his key.
I know. That's his cue.
That's his cue. He's usually here right now. John, me too. Pepsi and Coke. There you go. Yep.
Yeah. He's gonna lose his kidney.
Yeah. Well, hey, Robin's in here.
Hey, Robin. Long time no see.
What's going on? Good to see you. Top 5 drinks.
I know. There we go.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
You can't. You probably wouldn't even come up with 5.
I wouldn't be able to come up with 5.
You like the smoothies I make you.
Yeah, the smoothies, Pepsi, milk, orange juice, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Mine would be like water and then a bunch of coffee drinks.
Yeah, most of it's different.
Although I do like iced tea with lemon.
Yeah.
Unsweetened, oddly enough. But, like, culottes at Coffee Culottes at Dunkin' Donuts are the bomb.
Brian, yeah. No, I'm not like
Laverne.
I'm not like Laverne. No milk and Pepsi here, buddy.
Oh, I haven't tried the Peter Pan float yet.
It looked good.
It does.
It does look good.
That was one of the things I missed that I would
They didn't have that when we were there.
Yes, they did.
Oh, what was the other one they had before the Peter Pan float? Can anybody remember? They had another one before that one that was same type thing, but a different concept of how they did it. I thought that was the one that was there.
No, it was there when we were there. It's the one with the Sprite, the lime soft serve, and it had the little red feather. I'm pretty sure. And it was one of the things I wanted to try and didn't.
Meg wants to keep it on food.
I know. Yeah, we should have just, you know what? My suggestion for tonight was to do our top 5 favorite snacks in Disney World.
Well, that's next week.
So I guess we'll do that next week, guys. Because we
Tinkerbell. There you go. Tinkerbell, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. It is a new one, Meg. You're right.
See?
Some kind of Tinkerbell. That's the newest one.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk ice cream. I love ice cream.
Nope, no ice cream for me either.
You like ice cream. You like it.
See, I can't talk. Here's the thing. I can't do, well, I guess Melissa really isn't good with this one, so it makes sense. I wouldn't be good on a food stream because I'm not a foodie.
He's not a foodie.
I'm one of those people that only eats to live. Melissa lives to eat.
Yeah.
See, I just, that's not me. Food doesn't excite me. I eat it because I have to eat it.
No, that's not true. He's already had me making him cookies. It's Christmas season, so I made him cookies last night. No, Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday night while he was doing the stream, I was baking him his favorite oatmeal cinnamon chip cookies.
That's true. Yeah, she did. But I'm not somebody that's like, oh my God, I have to go. I don't know. Food it's food.
Oh, I love food.
You wouldn't be able to limit it to just 5 Disney snacks. You're right, Phantom Gazer, for sure.
He could. I could make, but we were trying to think of our 5 things I always have to get when I'm there. And I was trying to help Walt make a list. I actually came up with 5 things that you always get or that you like.
But they're not. I mean, they're boring. My list is a very boring list for sure. I mean, I wouldn't have anything that would be where anybody would say, oh my God, that sounds fantastic. Although I do want to try, we were talking about some of the places, I want to try the mac and cheese at 8 Spoon Cafe over in Animal Kingdom. We didn't do that, and they have the shrimp mac and cheese.
Shrimp mac and cheese.
They have the, oh my gosh, what's the other one? Fruit Talk, exactly. Yeah, there we go. We'll get back on track, don't worry. But, well, Mickey Pretzels, yeah, that would have been one of the ones that made my list, Meg.
Meg, I still haven't tried Dole Whip. Don't tell Dan, because I always say I like Citrus Swirl the best, but I really can't say that because I haven't tried Dole Whip yet.
See, Phantom Gazer, I agree with that. I mean, to find 5 just in World Showcase, absolutely, I'm sure. Because some of the things that I would consider a meal are considered snack credits. So, like for instance, when we ate at Yorkshire County, was that considered a snack or was that a quick service?
What were we talking about again?
Yorkshire County.
Yorkshire. Oh, you mean, no, that's a meal. The fish and chips?
That was a quick service. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Bridget's going to be at the Saints game, but since it's Thanksgiving, though, we're not going to stream. So you won't miss us. Yeah. I hope you have an off. That's awesome. You get to go to oh, no, wait. Yeah, next Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
That's fun. You get to be at one of the Thanksgiving football games. That's cool, Bridget. Although we're kind of mad at the Saints right now, right? Because they beat your team. You're the only ones that beat Walt's team so far.
That's okay. So, it happens.
A Dole Whip is like a pineapple soft serve, John.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like the Citrus Swirls, which is like a frozen orange juice and vanilla soft serve swirl. But I have yet to try a Dole Whip, so I really need to try one so I can truly say which one I like best. But I love, love, love Citrus Swirls, so I usually go to that first.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, again, I meant to try this last trip. And
yep.
even as much as I like to eat, I couldn't get it all stuffed in.
No, I agree.
I'm so thirsty today, guys.
Yeah, it is like that, for sure. We did that too, Phantom Gazer. We didn't do but one table service our last trip, and everything was quick service or snacks the entire time. And you can do it, and you can still be filling, for sure. But I will be honest with you, I do kind of wish we had one or two more table services. I do like the experience of a table service. I think they're always a good time, and there's still plenty we haven't done. So I think next trip we'll plan at least one more than just one the entire trip.
Oh, I'm sure, John. I mean, we don't even really have those things here where we are. As far as the citrus swirl and the Dole Whip, I don't think we have anything in Baltimore like that. It seems to be special. I mean, I'm sure they do in other parts of the country, but that's not something we can get here. It's only a Disney thing.
Right.
So, and our oldest son loves pineapple too, so I think he'd love a Dole Whip. So
makes sense. She loves pineapple too, so it's perfect for her.
Yeah, that's what made me think about Walter, because he used to have me. I'd get fresh pineapples every week and cut them up, and he'd take the big bowl I'd have full of pineapple and eat the whole thing in one sitting. I don't know. I didn't eat through his stomach lining.
Meg, all the Disney snacks. Yes, we would have to move down there to do that.
Meg. Oh God. The show dinners we did.
We did Hoop-Dee-Doo
a long time ago, and we want to do it again.
Oh my gosh, Hoop-Dee-Doo was fantastic.
Yeah, we loved Hoop-Dee-Doo.
Oh my gosh, that's Steve. If you haven't done Hoop-Dee-Doo, that's the dinner show that we did that I would go back in a heartbeat and do if I could. I really would. Meg, favorite table service? Melissa and I are going to be different on that for sure. What's that?
Phantom Gazer. My daughter's rolling her eyes because we're talking about Dole Whip and I never shut up about it. That's great.
What's your favorite table service? Meg wants to know.
Oh, dear Lord. I have to name a favorite. Oh, see, we've been wanting to do Spirit of Aloha, Steve. That's one we want. We were just talking about that the other day. Oh, Cargo, where's my cafe mocha? Actually, this is Cargo's fault. It all started about coffee and moved. Cargo, it's your fault, and you didn't even know it. No, we really want to do that. I don't know what my favorite table service. I really liked Le Cellier. To be honest, the last time we went, that steak was good.
That's my favorite.
That was definitely right at the top.
Yeah. For me, that's Meg. We're the same. I mean, it's Le Cellier, but there's been so many that are really good. The Ohana breakfast is fantastic. Garden Grill's breakfast is fantastic. Be Our Guest is really good. We've had some other ones that are really good too. So there's a ton of them that are really good. But prize Le Cellier.
Cargo, I guess you're not into the whole hibachi grill experience then? She doesn't like to sit next to strangers and eat.
No, I just ignore them.
Yeah. We can just be in our own little world.
Yeah, there you go. Or you go with enough people that you can fill the entire table and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, Bridget, the California Grill is on our to-do list because we've heard nothing but amazing things. And I want to go up while the fireworks is going on. So be a win-win for sure.
And speaking of that, the next thing that we're looking forward to, see, I told you we'd get back there, is, what's number 2? And this is the one that actually Melissa is looking forward to.
This is probably the one I'm personally looking forward to the most, and it's the Ratatouille ride in Epcot. Because watching that online in France, it looks so cool. I cannot wait for it. I am most excited about Ratatouille.
Right, and tell me if I'm wrong, everybody. I could be, but isn't Ratatouille going to be the first trackless ride at Disney World? There's not another ride there that's trackless, is it? Unless you, because they don't have Universe of Energy anymore, and I think that was trackless. But I don't think they have another trackless ride at Disney World, because I don't think Journey into Imagination is. So it's going to be the first trackless ride there, and I'm really excited about Ratatouille. That ride is fantastic.
Oh, I just love the concept and how you're little and everything's big around you. I guess like Toy Story World, but different. It looks so much fun.
It does. Everything about it looks really cool. It's so immersive as well. It really makes you look like the one scene where it looks like you're under the table. Yeah. They have the giant wheels where it really looks like you're on
wheeling the cart.
It's unbelievable how incredible that ride looks. I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be such a popular ride, and it's going to be ones that unfortunately it's going to be really hard to get a fast pass for, and it's going to be 2 hours long. But it looks awesome for sure. And I'm so glad they're adding more rides to the World Showcase.
Oh, yeah.
Because as much as I love World Showcase, if there was one thing I always felt like it was missing, was attractions. or rides. Yeah, no trackless rides other than this will be the first. I guess Alien Saucers. I don't really know.
Meg says it's on a figure 8 track.
Right. Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So thank you, Meg. Because it kind of looks like, I guess you're right, that it could be...
Right, but you can also feel yourself when you go from the first track onto the next track on that figure 8. Right. You can feel that bump as you're doing it. You can feel yourself changing tracks, so it makes sense.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's right, Phantom Gazer. That's what I was saying. It does. It needs a few rides. I mean, other than, at one time, all we had Grand Fiesta and we had Maelstrom. That was it.
Yeah.
And, basically, that's all we still have, but now we're adding on Ratatouille, and you never know. Maybe they'll add another one down the road.
Amen, Cargo.
She said.
World Showcase is missing me. I need to get back so bad.
Yeah, amen.
One of my favorite places to be, too, for sure. 100%.
Yes, Brian, it is. It certainly is. That one is trackless, but down in Disney World, we don't have... There are none down there. This would be the first.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does feel like forever. For Forever Cargo. Well, we totally get that. Heck, we come back and a week after we're back, it feels like forever. We're like, man, we haven't been there in a week. Oh my gosh, it's forever.
Honestly, it feels like we've literally it's been, a month? And I feel like it's been a year.
A year, I know.
Or 6 months already. Weird, although the time's gone so fast. I guess it's been a month and a half. But I still just feel like it was forever ago that we were there.
Yeah, that's true. I agree, Meg. Meg, are you going again this year, or are you done? Because if you're going again, I want to know how you're doing it. March, oh my gosh, Cargo. Yeah, that's feels like forever, for sure. Forever. For forever.
Yeah, that's what we do, Steve.
Yep, we do the same thing, Steve.
It's
true, we do. But a lot of it, too, is... I'm glad that we did it. And God, our whole story of YouTube, it's really funny the way it started with that. That was such a long time ago. But we came back from one of our trips. And we were kind of missing it. And I wanted to fill the void. So I would go on and just look at just overviews of Magic Kingdom. And then we started watching more YouTube. And one of the first ones we ever watched we watched Attractions Magazine.
Right.
We would watch they do Attractions Magazine, the show, every Thursday, I think. So we would watch that for a while, and we really liked that. And then we kind of branched out and started watching some other stuff. And then one time I found the Tim Tracker, and everybody knows who Tim Tracker is. And he did some really fun videos. And then we just kind of branched out from there, and we found different people.
Yeah, all
and
kinds of people.
And of course that's how we started YouTube and found you guys. So it's been great.
Yeah, our journey's been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, our trips generally are a year and a half to Cargo, 2 years sometimes. So we're trying to make those shorter and shorter in between. Because you feel like the
it's true.
more time that goes by, the more we need to get there. I don't know. It's just been like, life is very stressful lately.
I know, yeah.
Just want to get back. It's the one place where I can just get out of my own head for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Nice. Just leave the world behind.
Yeah, Meg, I want to know how you get those flights for a flight and a hotel for $300 for 5 or 6 days. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, funny. Brian, I know you know who he is.
That's hilarious.
But that was number 2. That was one of the other ones that made our list. And, of course, the next one on the list, I'm sure, is one that almost everybody is looking forward to, and that's Tron.
I'm really looking forward to it, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to ride it.
She won't ride it. There's no way.
But I thought it was so cool when I saw it came out in Shanghai. I was like in awe over that ride. I thought it was fantastic because we really don't have anything Tron anywhere. So I'm like, that's awesome. And it's perfect being in Tomorrowland. It's just the perfect setting, the perfect addition. I'm excited for it, for those who want to ride it.
Yeah. Brizzy, yes, Paging Miss Tomorrow is cool. And Meg, I get that. Yeah, you got to find the deals, and that's the thing. If you're able to, if you're willing to look for the deals and really take your time and spend the time to find them, you'll find them, and then yeah, there you go. I mean, it's worth your time and it's worth the effort for sure.
And especially if you can be flexible with your travel times, if you can base and you can get time off with your jobs, like without giving a whole lot of notice, and you can find a really good deal, that's probably where it's a win-win. And that's kind of why we drove this last trip, because the airfare just wouldn't cooperate. So we were like, what the heck? And it ended up being fine. So I think, I wish we had more flexibility with our jobs where we could just be like, oh, wow, we just found this really great deal for 2 months from now for airfare.
Yeah.
But it's not, right now, it's just not in the cards.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. But
you never know, Brian.
No, you never know. For sure.
We'll see. Once he gets here, we'll see.
I am very much looking forward to Tron. I think it's one of the things I am looking forward to the most. I worry that it's going to disappoint because it's just going to be like one of those... I'm afraid it's going to be like Mine Train, where it's going to be a long line, and it's going to be like a 2-second ride, and it's going to be really, really short, and you're going to be like, man, that wasn't worth it. Even though it was really cool for the 3 seconds you're on there, it wasn't worth it. So that worries me. I'm really hoping it's kind of like Slinky Dog, which is a really long ride. I mean, Slinky is really long.
Felt like an eternity.
So I'm hoping it's like that.
HE double hockey sticks, Brian, for Dr. Doom's Fearfall.
Yeah, no.
I won't even do Tower of Terror, let alone Dr. Doom's Fearfall. No way. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, you drive Uber, Bridget. That's cool. That's a good way to make some money and be flexible. See, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and that's good. You get the military discount, so that's great. That's good. Yeah. See, whatever you can do to make it work. I think that's fantastic.
Yep, whatever you can do to make it work. I totally agree with that.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Meg's talking about points. I don't know what they're getting, but they're getting something.
Oh, I think they were talking about the Disney movie club or something like that.
Oh, the movie club. Yeah, okay. That is out there.
We did do that at one time. I don't know why we stopped. Just probably more money we were trying not to spend.
You talk about the second Tron movie. I didn't mind the second Tron. It was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine.
The newer one?
Yeah.
I liked it.
It was fine.
I enjoyed it. The first one, I think, was just way too...
Hey, Donna.
Old. You know
Good
what I mean?
See you.
Like, hey, Donna.
Well, it was made in the early 70s.
But like watching it, that is hard for me. So, oh my gosh, that's horrible, Bridget. Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, I know. I thought it was.
I know, right? Oh, I'm sure they came up with reasons other than that. That's what companies do.
Yep. Steve, Megan, you're right. Part of it is the planning is part of the fun. It really is part of the fun. John, no problem. Glad you're back, buddy. No problem. But yeah, it is. It's part of the fun is the planning, isn't it? I agree. Well, first off, it gets you excited about your trip, what's coming, upcoming. It gives you something to really feel like it's getting close. And I agree. I think planning is half the fun.
Like when you see your magic bands have shipped and you're about 30 days out and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well,
and you're getting all your fast passes and your dining reservations.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Sorry. You have your different. No, it's good, but that's right. That's what we have. You have like those milestones, 180 days.
Yeah.
Plan your dining, 60 days. Plan your fast passes. It's really cool, actually.
Oh, Bridget, that's awful. I think that sounds like you would have had like some kind of a leg to stand on there legally. Wow.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
that's horrible. Sure. I remember when I was pregnant with our oldest, I was working, I've been in insurance for many, many moons, and I had a client at my desk, and all of a sudden I had to jump up and run like the wind to the bathroom, and they were probably like, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
You can't help that stuff. That's bad news, that nausea.
Meg, do you never stay on property? Oh, wow. You got to stay on property as often as you can. One of these times you'll have to go with us. We'll get you on property.
You can come stay with us.
Yeah, you can stay with us with our points. We always
you don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. Meg's like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I'll stay off property. Thank you.
But I'll tell you what, it's funny because our youngest may be going to school in Florida. We mentioned that, and we've already been talking because we weren't going to go to Disney next year. And we've already now been talking that since we'll probably have to plan a trip to drive him there, now we can work it out. And we probably won't be staying on property either, Meg. We'll probably be staying wherever our son's going to be living because they don't have campuses in the school he's going to go in. So he'll have to live in like an apartment. So we're just going to stay with Mason and take some days at the park.
I'm not staying with Mason. I'm staying on property.
No, you are not.
We'll talk about that offline.
We have to save up our points so we can do a really... to stay at a suite again. So we get a 2-bedroom suite the next year. We have to borrow and steal.
Yeah, points, kind of. Phantom Gazer said she spends more time planning the trip She's changed her resort twice, her days twice, and the table service meals uncountable times.
That's so funny.
I believe it.
We do that with the dining.
We do
sometimes.
that. Yep.
Yeah. Usually we won't change where we're staying so much, but we've we've definitely made those cancel, rebook. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Meg, it's not cheap staying on property. It's not. But with us, I think we're just spoiled with it so much.
Steve, we need to build our points up so we don't have to stay in a, I don't know.
Don't say. Meg's staying off on property all the time. And you're upset because you might have to stay in a resort, a value resort.
No, I like the value resorts.
I do too,
but
actually.
Sometimes I think the points are higher when you don't stay. It doesn't seem like they're giving you as good of a deal.
Phantom Gazer, did we say she? I'm sorry. Did we say she?
You did.
Did I? I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Wasn't she? See?
I don't know why I said that.
It's not me today, Cargo.
I don't know what's going on. I think I'm getting a cold. I'm under the weather.
No,
now Melissa's going to make fun of me.
It's usually me, so I'm just teasing him, Phantom Gazer.
Well, Meg, the value resorts are awesome. They really are awesome. Chris, it's Chris. Okay,
Is that like Pat on Saturday Night Live?
No, it's Chris.
No, I know, but...
I know, I get it. That just wasn't funny. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, I agree, Meg. There's nothing wrong with the value resorts at all. I think they're fantastic. We've stayed at all but one. The only one we haven't stayed at is Sports. Right. Oh, and Pop Century.
Oh, yeah. I would like to stay at Pop Century.
I would love to stay at Pop Century. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Stay at Pop Century. No, I'd stay anywhere on Disney property. I don't care where we stay. I just wanted, but I like to build up the points so that when we go as a family, especially since our son, he's got basically his fiance, and we want them to have their separate room. It's just nice to get the 2-bedroom suite if we can. It just makes for a better experience for everybody being spread out.
Oh yeah. When we go with the family, I've always said I want us all to stay together. Yeah. I just do. I love the idea of having everybody together, the family being all together, not in different rooms. You could be one upstairs, one downstairs. If you're all staying in the in the standard rooms, I don't like that. I like everybody to be together.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. I love the pictures I've seen of the changes at Pop Century.
Yes.
The rooms, they look phenomenal. I definitely would like to stay there. So, yeah, I'm not picky for sure, Meg. I don't even mind. Like I said, I wouldn't. The reason I like to stay on property is the fully immersive experience and then you don't have to worry about, although I did like having our car on the last trip, but I think it was because of where we stayed.
Yeah.
Because Saratoga Springs was so big. And you couldn't get to where the lobby was and things you'd have to take a bus and make 4 stops before you even got to the lobby. Before you even left the resort. Yeah. I think it was divine intervention that we had to drive, because if we didn't have our car, it would have been extremely annoying. So, but other times I don't want to have to worry about that. I don't want to have to worry about having my car. I don't want to have to worry about
I agree.
Any of that. But I guess as DVC members, since we don't have to pay for parking, I've determined it's not that big of a deal.
No,
it
not
kind
at all.
of is nice because we had a case where our oldest wasn't feeling well, so we had to drive over to the resort store a few times, get cold medicine, stuff like that. So it really worked out well. But I do just like being able not to have to take my car or take, an Uber or take something to get to that. I like being able to have the park transportation, just stay fully within that whole
bubble.
Yeah, the bubble that takes you away from reality. That's why I like it. But
Meg,
I wouldn't care.
Meg, Disney's Art of Animation is really nice. You'll like that a lot.
Oh my gosh. The theming is the best. That's probably one of my favorite places just because of the outside theming on the resort. You absolutely if you just go by and just walk around the resort for a while and go to Radiator Springs, it's the bomb.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Meg, and I get it, and that's why we are on the opposite side. See, we've never stayed off property, so we don't know any difference. It's what you get used to.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, if you're used to staying off property and you're okay with that, heck, you're going to save money. And you're still going to have a heck of a trip.
Universal.
We did. And it was fine.
And it was fine, yeah. But again, we don't know any different.
Right.
So, it's one of those things. We actually stayed, although that was our second Universal trip. It's funny, we went to Universal the second time. We stayed at Disney.
Yes, we did.
We did Universal a couple days and then did Disney. That was we did a 10-day trip. Talk about tiring. Because we did SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Universal
and Disney. 10 days.
We were there 10
That was
days.
nice.
That was exhausting, and it was in August.
Yeah,
it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot and exhausting.
But actually, probably one of the best trips we've had down there. Other than I think all of them have been good, but you know, although this last one was my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't have a least favorite. They're all the same.
They're all great. They're Disney, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Well, Meg, but that's okay. I get that. You know, stay somewhere less luxurious and go more times. That's totally understandable. And with DVC, what's nice about DVC is at least we have the points, so we can do that. We can stay. Well, you have to stay at the deluxe resorts because that's what DVC is. They're all deluxe resorts. But I mean, but for value they are, because you don't want to use your points on a value resort because it's not worth
what you're
it's
paying
not worth for the points.
The DVC.
Right. No.
And they seem to charge you a decent amount of points for the smaller resorts, which doesn't make sense.
Right. No, it doesn't at all.
So, but I think once the kids, once our last kid moves out, we'll be able to just go and stay at a studio at a deluxe resort. And
and then really, use our points, because, really get a good value out of them.
Yeah, then the points, like when we're getting the bigger resorts, of course, we're using a lot more points. If it's just the two of us, it's fine with us. We don't care. We'll stay in a postage stamp room and go as many times as we can, and we'll still have the points. So, it's all good.
Yeah, man, DVC's not cheap. I'll say that. But if you get your money, if you
can't
use
afford
it. If you use it, then it's, to me. We always argue about DVC, but I love it. I love the idea of where we stayed and what it's given us an opportunity to do. And I'll be honest with you, if we didn't have DVC, we wouldn't go as often as we go. I know we wouldn't.
No, because I think we feel like, we need to use these points, and I might be more,
Yep, we wouldn't go as often as we go if we didn't have DVC.
But I still think, I don't know, we won't get into that.
Well, it's too late now, it's over now.
Yeah, we got it now, so, too funny.
Yes, Steve, I agree. It's a good point.
Yeah, see, Meg, that's what we usually do. We'll do our last trip, not this one, the one before. We basically opened and closed parks every day we were there. We didn't do that so much this time. Well, we did. We'd open one, come back, we'd take a little break, then go back and close it out. So we were and that actually was quite better, in a lot of sense. So,
Meg said we'd go more often if we moved down there. Yes, we would, Meg.
Get off the Walt train.
Meg, we did that too. When we went, like I was saying to you in your video, we not this last trip, but the trip before that, we stayed for the end of Magic Kingdom, and I think we saw the Kiss Goodnight 3 times.
Yeah, we did. We did. John, you're right. Yeah. We were just talking about that before we came on air earlier about the renovations going on at Caribbean Beach and the Coronado Springs.
And speaking of that, that's next on our list, is talking about things we're excited that's coming up. It is. It really is. It actually was. It was next on the list are the upcoming hotels.
And the improvements.
Is, of course, the Disney is having the Star Wars hotel that's coming, the fully immersive hotel. You have the new Riviera that's coming. And now they've announced the new resort coming to where River Country used to be. And you've got all the refurbs going on at Coronado and their expansion, and Caribbean that's now open. There's a lot to look forward to with resorts upcoming too. I'm really excited, of course, about the Star Wars, but I'm also excited about the one coming to River Country. I think that one looks, from the concept art, looks really cool.
I haven't seen the concept art yet. It's probably going to be haunted.
Hey, Florida Fanatics, how are you?
Don't they say that area is haunted? I thought there was some kind of running thing because it's been abandoned so long that it's haunted.
I don't know.
Hey, Florida Fanatics.
Hey, Florida Fanatics. Glad you're here. Thanks for stopping in. We are talking Disney, as usual.
And other things. Yeah, right, John? New monorails. That'd be good. They've been saying that for a while now, so I'll believe it when it happens. Yeah, that's true. Oh, my gosh.
Chris, I hope not. I hope it's not that expensive, dude. I really hope it's not that expensive.
We were talking about that off air, too, how I'm not that excited about it because I don't think it'll ever be something in our price range. So how can I be excited about something we can never experience? So we'll have to wait and see, but that's why I'm not as excited. Maybe more so about the restaurant they're going to have in Epcot. Getting back to the food. Because they're going to have the Epcot out of this world dining experience. Out of this world restaurant. Where it looks like you're in space and the windows, I guess a lot like Beauty and the Beast dining where you can see the snow coming down in the windows, you'll be in space. So that that'll be as probably close to that experience as we'll get, but I'll take it. I think it'll be fun.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to hold out judgment on that. I want to see what they're gonna cost to stay in these things. But I mean, like the bungalows over at Polynesian, those things are totally out of our price range. Even with DVC, we could never stay there. They won like 800 points. That's an incredible amount of points. There's no way.
Yeah, I heard that too, that someone ran into the door with a scooter. It doesn't surprise me. You've seen people on the scooters in the parks, right? I mean, there are some people that are frightened heck. They run over, hit everything. They shouldn't even be on those things.
I know.
Like, poor older people, they're like, oh my gosh. But that still doesn't say a lot for the monorail if you're getting hit by a scooter and the door comes off. I mean, you must have hit it pretty hard.
But they're old. I mean, those monorails are not, they've been around since the beginning. They've never... And again, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm pretty sure they've never replaced them. So they've been around for almost 50 years. It's time. It's time to get new monorails for sure.
Yeah, I know, Meg. I always say that too, but then I realize we have to play the lottery to win it.
Yeah, I guess that would help. I guess you'd have to play it to win it, right? I always wonder why we don't win.
They do stink, John. We were talking about that on another episode. The monorails smell like pee.
Just
They're
say
stinky sneakers. They do. They have an awful smell when you get on them. They definitely need some Febreze or something, man. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no cargo you must share. Is it too much to type?
It's probably too much to type. Good old Dan. Where's Dan tonight? Well, I can't believe Dan's probably sleeping.
He had to go
Somebody
back
wake
to work,
him up.
Right?
Oh, that's right. He did go back to work.
He's back to real life now, so he probably needs his rest.
Yep.
But we love you, Dan.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Ew. People are rude. I see people do that at restaurants. You know, they'll leave dirty diapers just sitting.
It's true. It's amazing some of the things you see at these. You know, and the other thing the one thing about Disney that if I could change is I wish that it was not all the people that go there, and I try to stay away from it as much as possible, have a me first attitude at Disney. I should be at the front of the line. You know, putting their kids on top of their shoulders with people behind them who now can't see. You know, they come late to get a good spot, and then they get in front of you, push by you to get up front. They have to be first in line for everything. And it's just the me first attitude at Disney sometimes is upsetting, and I wish that would change. I know it's hard, but you know, you have people always running by you, pushing by you, trying to get here before somebody else, and I wish they would change that. But how do you change that? I guess you can't.
Fortunately, I feel like it doesn't happen as much in Disney as it has for us maybe in other places. But I remember that one time when we were watching the new parade, and it was the first time we'd seen it. And we had that happen to us. We had a nice spot kind of like right in the front, and these people literally pushed in front of us. And then I don't know if they really were from another country, but they started speaking another language, Jack, like they didn't understand what they had done. And I'm sorry, but I don't care where you're from. You know when you push somebody out of the way to get to, you know.
Right.
So it just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, but that's all. It just seems like it's a me first attitude. And I really, you know, when I go to Disney, I try to get away from that. I try to say to myself, you know, be courteous, be kind, be patient, and, you know, have fun. And I wish more people would do that because it doesn't always go that way. But you know, hey, it is what it is.
And you're right, Robin. It's unfortunate. It is a me first world.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
A lot of ways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yep. And then I'm starting with the older I get, the more impatient I'm getting. And that's not a good thing because sometimes I'll say things I shouldn't. I need to just keep my mouth shut because it's just going to make things worse. I just become more intolerant with age.
And less filter with Melissa too.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a good thing.
Well, Brian, you know, setting up your blankets at 4 o'clock for the 9 o'clock Fantasmic, I'll put it to you this way. If you're, you know, are they on the blankets and are they staying there or do they just leave the blankets and head out and do whatever?
Feeling they're just leaving them there.
If they're just leaving them there, that's a different story. Yeah, you can't do that. Somebody's got to stay.
Yeah, it's one thing if you want to plant yourself there and stay there because we've done that for the new, you know, fireworks and castle projection show. Like we'll get there an hour and a half and sit our butts down and we stay. That's one thing, but it's like people that put up here in their parking spots, people will put in like lawn chairs and things so people.
Yep. Brian, that's true. Don't drop to their level. You know, be happy at Disney. Make the most of life. I agree 100%. You know, it's just sometimes it can be hard to do that. But you're right. You're 100% correct. And we do that 99.9% of the time. When we're down there, we have a great time with it. And we kind of go into our own little world. And we're always like almost tunnel vision. I mean, sometimes we miss stuff. Like, for all I know, the Tim Tracker could have walked right by me. The President of the United States could have walked right by me. And I wouldn't even noticed it because we're so...
I don't know.
Tunnel
You're not
vision
like
sometimes.
That. That's me.
There I am.
Okay, maybe. That's me every day. Well, it's like, oh, did you see the neighbor? And I'm like, huh? What neighbor?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so funny.
Good candidate for a mugging. I'm sorry to say.
Not me. Yeah, my head's on a swivel. Everywhere
God.
But Disney. Well, even at Disney, it's on a swivel. But I don't pay attention to the people unless they give me a reason to pay attention to them.
Right. Sometimes it draws you out of that.
Yeah.
Because it's over the top.
Yes, in my own little Disney World. That's exactly right, John. And speaking of Disney World, and the number one guy, he's the next guy on the list. The Mickey's Runaway Railway. Now, I know Melissa is not looking forward to it, but mark my words, she's going to love it when it opens. You watch. She'll come back and say, I love it. I know I'm looking forward to the Runaway Railway. I think it looks to be pretty cool. I know we didn't want to get rid of Great Movie Ride. It was dated, but was still a great ride. But I look forward to this. I think Mickey needs his own ride in the parks. He doesn't have one. He's the man. He needs a ride. I'm excited for it.
Whatever. I'm sure I will, John. I'm just being salty because I can. I don't know why it bothers me still. Usually I'd be over it by now, but I'm not.
I agree, John. I think she's going to love it, too. John, see, Steve got bored with the Great Movie Ride. See?
That's what I don't like about it, is that new style of animation. That's one of the things that turned me off when they showed the previews of it. It's like they're trying to be old, but it's new, and I don't like it. Just leave it normal. And I think that's one of the things that irritates me about it, too. I totally agree. So, guess who's whining because he knows it's almost 8:30. He wants to come up. He honestly has a puppy timer. Come here. Come here.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I like the ride. I think it looks to be great. I don't know enough about it to really say. The dog's running all over the place.
I thought you wanted to come up. No?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm looking forward to the ride. I think it's going to be a great ride. I think it's going to be fantastic. And it's going to be a lot of fun. He doesn't want to come up.
I don't know. He's being weird. Usually that means he wants to come up.
Yeah, he always starts whining at the end of the night.
It's like he knows when it's 8:30.
And Chris, they have to at some point add a nighttime parade back at Disney and Magic Kingdom. And it has to be at Magic Kingdom for me. I'm sorry. I don't want it anywhere else. I want it at Magic Kingdom if we can. But yes, and he does deserve it, John. Mickey deserves a ride for sure. Show us the dog.
That's Camden. You guys know Cam.
Furs.
Yep.
Yes, Steve's got that look on his face like he's, I don't know, like scared. Look at him, look at me like
he's the poster dog for the television commercials where they have the abused
Sarah
dogs.
McLachlan is singing her song. That's him.
And he's like,
that's you.
He's like the most spoiled dog on the planet, but he looks like he's like tormented and starved and like left out in the rain.
Yeah. Which he's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You ever see those little funny comics where the dogs take over the bed and you're like all crouched up? That's him. That's how it is at night. He'll do that more with her because I'll move him, but she won't. I'll move him.
Yeah, he does tell the time, John. He knows.
Yep. And you know something funny about that, Meg? Melissa never wanted a dog.
Oh, yeah. I didn't grow up with dogs.
She did not.
I grew up with cats. I knew nothing about dogs. He fought me, and we bought our house, and we have a fenced yard, and I'm like, fine, you can have your dumb dog. And we saw one, and he was a little rescue, and it came up, and it was like, that works well with families and cats. I'm like, well, that's perfect. And look at his little face. And guess who's my baby now?
Him.
He's my baby.
Cargo says, we have a dog that looks afraid, and she has a cat that looks angry. Oh, my God.
Oh.
We have one of them, too.
You should have heard them talking to each other earlier. It's always when, I don't know. Cam's like, you're invading my space.
Oh, John has 2 labs. Oh, my gosh. I would love to get a lab. Oh, my gosh.
Great family dogs. Camden's a mix. We think he might have a little lab in him. He's just a mutt. He's a rescue mutt.
John, Steve, I would be the exact same way. If my puppy got loose, I'd be out there until I found him.
Me too. Oh my gosh. Walt's cousin had their dog and he got out and they never found her. And that just, I can't even fathom that. Just breaks my heart. So
Bridget's got 3 cats and a dog.
We've only got 2 cats and a dog. You've got us, Bridget. So I feel like we only have 1 cat and a dog because our 1 cat likes to be outside. And
he's outside all the time.
Stop him, and I just gave up.
Yep. That's not too bad. He's a good dog.
Oh yeah, the Persian scar. They do.
Oh my gosh, they are. They really are grumpy face for sure. Face. Yep. I agree. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, we are getting near the end of the night. We definitely appreciate everybody coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we kind of got off track. We always do.
Yeah, but it's fun.
John, send a picture one time.
We'd love to see everybody's pets.
Oh gosh, Bridget, 14 years old.
Oh, Camden has to live forever. He has to live as long as we live. So that's what I keep telling him.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, and Brian's getting evil.
No, he's getting.
Oh, he's getting him back.
Yeah, he's giving him back.
Oh, is that going to be bad?
I appreciate that.
That's great.
Cat's up.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to see that, Cargo.
We do not have an Instagram, Steve. I don't know anything about Instagram.
I have one, but it's not for the mouse talk. We should make one. We really should.
Yeah, we should make one.
That's the best place to put pictures. It is for sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll make an Instagram.
Meg, you're right, Steve. We got to make an Instagram.
I don't even know how Instagram works, so
I couldn't. A little bit.
We'll have to find a way to do it.
I don't know that I've ever posted a picture on my Instagram. I look at everybody else's. So, yeah, Coda from Brother Bear, that's cute.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to miss Evil. Brian, definitely get attached, I'm sure.
That's really hard.
And John, thank you for reminding us. Everybody have a...
Happy thanks.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you go ahead. I wasn't trying to interrupt.
She always interrupts.
I know, I'm really bad at that.
But everybody have a great Thanksgiving next week. We won't be on next Thursday. I will be on next Tuesday for Mouse Madness. I think I have another good show for you guys. I'll let you know about that down the road, but... everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Please, again, go out to all these wonderful channels. Please go out and subscribe to them. Cargo's channel, Steve's World, Mickey's Magic. Who else is in here? We have, oh my gosh, we have all kinds of different people in here. But if you have a channel and you're in here tonight, I'm trying to think of who else has channels in here tonight. I'm sorry if I missed you guys, but of course, everybody that's been in here tonight, we appreciate you stopping in. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family and your friends.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. It's always a great time. Be sure to check out Meg on Monday. I'm sure Megan's going to be doing her show. And we definitely had a great time bringing it to you guys tonight. We love you guys coming in. Thank you for supporting us. I know there's other streams going on tonight, so we appreciate you spending the time with us. But we definitely hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Give us a thumbs up before you head out. And definitely take care of yourselves and each other. And we will talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys.
Walt will be here Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be here Tuesday. And Meg's doing the Villains Bracket on Monday. Oh, that's going to be nice.
We'll
cool. There. Meg, I'll be there for sure.
I'll be there too.
Yep. Robin, take care. Everybody, Noah, Brian, everybody, John, you're all great. Definitely appreciate everybody coming out. And happy Thanksgiving.